Welcome back to Pop Oxford. Now I have a special guest, George McMaster, and he's got a very unique way of making guitars. Tell us about how you got started and what products you're actually using to make your guitars.
Well, I wanted to start making guitars because I started doing setups and repairs about 5 years ago professionally, and I really wanted to make guitars, but I didn't want to have to use new wood. I didn't want to have to cut down new trees and invest in that. So I found out that all skateboards are made out of hard rock maple. So hard rock maple is a very desired wood for building guitars. And all I do is go get these donated to me. People just give them to me once they're done with them. So they are, it's kind of a recycling thing, right? We get to use this and turn it back into something we can use again, which is these skateboards, guitars here.
So if you could show us one of your guitars, tell us about how you actually go through the construction process of making your guitars.
Okay, so what I do is I'll usually take between 2 or 3 of the actual used skateboards. I laminate them, so I just glue them together. And as you can see on these ones here, they're just 3. Oh, perfect. They're just laminated together. And then what I do is I just router out the neck pocket, the pickup, the bridge, the section for the controls, and then I just bring it through out here for the output, and that's pretty much it.
Now the color on your guitar, does that have something to do with what the actual facing of the skateboard was initially?
Yeah, so what I like to do is I like to utilize the art that's already on them. As you can see the ones on the floor, this one has a very nice color. This is a little bit more of a plain one, but you can see they've actually been written too. So they have the original art on them, which is nice.
Now, when you're actually constructing it with a guitar, you don't put varnish or anything over it, do you?
I have refinished them with a Varathane just to keep them. I do that because, as you can feel, they feel a little rough or whatever, so it just gives them a nice smooth finish after.
Now, your style of guitar playing has impacted the style and what you do in the actual construction of your guitar. But you do have other ways that you can make it for the style that you use and the style that perhaps somebody else might want in their guitar.
Yeah, so in these particular ones I've put high ohm output pickups in them, more for heavier type of music, but we can also put jazz pickups, so a lower ohmage like 5 or 4 or something like that to give a nice sweeter, softer sound.
So along with your guitar construction, you also teach.
Yes. So I've been teaching since 1999, so quite a long time now, and I teach drums, bass, guitar, piano, a little bit of ukulele, and a little bit of banjo as well.
Now, your banjo, 4-string, 5-string, which do you teach?
I've taught tenor, and well, as I teach a lot more of the 5-string now, because that's a little more popular. But
really?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So 5-string, when you make your guitars, they're all 5-strings?
So all the guitars are 6 strings.
6.
Yeah, I've used different lengths. So this one here is the 25.5 inch, and I believe this one is as well too. And that's something I wanted to start doing. I prefer short scale guitars, so 24 inch scale. So I will be making smaller versions as well in the future.
And what are the advantages of the smaller?
It's just easier on your fingers. The frets are closer together. These ones here, this one is a 24 fret, so it makes it a little bit more for heavier music stuff that's a little bit higher, a little bit faster.
Now, the colors that you have that's going up and around in the neck, you must have created that separately to attach to the base, which was the skateboard.
Yes, and even too, I do kind of alter the top to make it look more like rustic or whatever to match the skateboard look as well.
So those are painted?
Yes.
Well, you're very clever. So you're getting into the artistic painting aspect of it. You're getting into the artistic music aspect of it. And the creations that you do now, you can teach people to play in different styles of music as well?
Absolutely, yeah. So whatever style people prefer is whatever I teach. I'm not one of those teachers that has a strict thing of saying, this is the best kind of music, you should only play this music. Usually I take whatever this person's interested in, I ask them what their favorite band is, and we just kind of start from there.
Where did you get the ideas to actually make this into a guitar?
I just looked online for a product that I could use as like something I could reuse, and I noticed someone in South America was making these actually, and he was a pro skateboarder. I took the idea because I just thought it was such a neat idea, so unique. Even the setup with the dice and how on the back I can just show as well. I don't know if we'll pick up, but it's a poker chip that covers up the cavity in the back. Little things like that that just give it kind of a unique kind of flair, right?
Could you do a demonstration of showing us actually that these are functional guitars? It's fun to make, but they're not just something to hang on the wall. They're actually something that you could go out and play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much for being with us today. And that's George McMaster. And if you wanted to reach him for lessons or to purchase a wonderful guitar, then the information is on the screen. You can go to his Facebook page and contact him accordingly. Thank you, George.
Yeah, thank you too.
We'll be right back with more Pop Oxford.